Hey everybody, and today I'm going to be doing sort of my first thoughts on the Winter Anime 2018. And I'm just going to be going over kind of an informal way, just talking about what I think of the anime so far and give a tentative ranking. And if you kind of like this format, just let me know and I'll do more like this. Or if you prefer just me doing more kind of an analytical one, I'll focus on that more. But I thought I'd just give this a shot, kind of like how I did my Crunchyroll Award picks. Thought I'd just do that for this tentative like what thoughts on the winter 2018 anime. Yeah, it's gonna be pretty informal, so let's get started. First up, we have Violet Evergarden. Now, I knew the show wasn't gonna live up to the hype. Like, it had such a high hype train going in. There's kind of like no way it was gonna live up to that hype. That being said, I still really like the show so far. The animation has been on point by Kyoto Animation. The story has been good, but not to the level I thought it was gonna be. I've only seen the first three episodes, but I really like the third episode. I think that's where it's going to kind of get the ball moving forward with the story. It was kind of like a big turning point for Violet. So I'm kind of looking forward to this more, and I think it's going to get better as we go on. So right now, I would give Violet Evergarden a rating of probably like 8 out of 10. Good, but not great. Next, we have Overlord Season 2. And oh boy, I've been very disappointed with this so far. I thought the first season of Overlord, I think I gave it like a 7. And that was kind of like, I was trying to give it a between 6 or a 7. I decided to just give it a 7. But this season has been pretty awful for the first 4 episodes. The first episodes just kind of seemed to be an episode where they're like reminding the viewers of what had happened. Oh, look, we have these characters, remember them. And then the other three have been focusing on these lizard man people, which haven't even been in the show before. And I thought it was just kind of weird how they're giving those Lizardmen people so much screen time, and it looks like they're going to get even more. And we haven't even been focused really on Ainz and the rest of his cast. The Lizardman stuff is like it's good, but I, the main reason I watched Overlord is because of Ainz. I really liked his character, and he hasn't gotten much screen time at all in the second season. And it's only getting 13 episodes, so them focusing so much on the Lizardman, like they better have a pretty big impact in the overall story of where Overlord's going. And Overlord better get more seasons and more episodes because if they're giving this like these Lizardman people so much screen time and development, but let's say after that maybe there's only like 5 or 6 episodes left in the season, it's like you focus so much on these Lizardman people that you're not giving the rest of the cast that we've been introduced to for the first season much screen time, which is what we were looking forward to. So right now, I probably give Overlord Season 2 a tentative rating of 5. Like, the Lizardman stuff is kind of interesting, but I don't. They better play a bigger role in the story, and we better get more episodes of Overlord for like this big chunk of story to or time for the Lizardman for it to really pay off. Next, we have Seven Deadly Sins Season 2, and this is exactly what I thought it was gonna be. Just more Seven Deadly Sins. It's not an amazing show, but it's definitely above, like, it's really solid. I really like it a lot. Cast is great, and it looks like we've been introduced to some new, pretty interesting villains. And there's a lot of tension actually between the whole Seven Deadly Sins, like the whole thing between with Gunther, like randomly just like erasing people's memories and stuff. Like, I don't know, like it's been good. Like, give it a solid 8, just like the last season of Seven Deadly Sins. I gave it 8. This is another 8 for me so far. It's pretty solid. Exactly what I wanted it to be, just more Seven Deadly Sins, so I'm enjoying that a lot. Next, we have Darling in the Franxx, and this is probably my favorite new show that's airing this season. I was kind of worried that it was done by A1 and Trigger, and so far it's been really good. I really like the character designs a lot of pretty much all the characters, especially I really like the Franxx character designs. They're really cute, and if there's figures of them, I'm definitely gonna buy some of them. Code 02, absolutely top tier waifu material right there. Like she's just such a great character, and I love her already. The story's been interesting so far. It's having a lot of like it's kind of like a slow build up, but it looks like we're finally gonna start pushing forward to like sort of a lot of main action sequences. And it seems like there's like a lot deeper problems than what's on the surface in the show. Like, or I mean, not with like the actual show, but like in the story wise, like there's these monsters called Calaxors, and they're like kind of like the surface one, but it looks like there's a lot deeper problems within the actual like human race. So that's gonna be really interesting how they're gonna tie everything together. And this is the show I'm probably looking forward to the most each week. That's new. That's air. This is probably a show I'm looking forward to the most. That's started airing this season. Next we have Citrus, and it's been a good show. I've enjoyed it so far. Uh, Yuzu's a great girl. Mine's but so far I'm 2 episodes behind. But this show I've enjoyed. I know a lot of people don't like the show. They're like, oh, nothing's really going on. Like I don't like the relationship. Like it's not for me. But you know what? This is a show, cute girls in a relationship. I approve. The story and relationship, romance, and drama isn't as deep as something as Scum's Wish, which I really enjoyed from last year. And I feel like this is kind of like the same thing. So if you like Scum's Wish, I would recommend giving Citrus a shot. And I would probably give Citrus a light 7 recommendation or rating, tentative rating. Oh, and Darling Franxx, I would probably give Darling Franxx a strong 8 to a light 9 tentative score. I really liked it. Even though this show, okay, going back to Darling Franxx real fast, this show isn't for everyone, I would say. They're not really subtle about the whole sex thing. So, yeah, there's some screenshots going around and gifs, but I really liked it. It's definitely not for everyone, but I would recommend checking it out, especially if you're a Trigger fan. Okay, moving on to the next show I've watched. Okay, Dagashi Kashi season 2. It's something I watched the first season. I didn't really like it. I felt like it was too dragged on, and they kind of fixed that problem by making the second season like half episodes, so they're only 12 minutes long, and that's really helped the story so far. And I have been enjoying this more than season 1, but still, it's not really my type of show. I'm watching it and I'm kind of enjoying it. No, for 12 minutes, it's definitely worth me watching, I would say. But definitely not the show for everyone. It's not some great or good show that we remembered. It's all 12 minutes that I've enjoyed every week. My tentative rating for this so far is probably a light 6, I would say. Okay, moving on to the next one, Psyche Season 2. Kind of like Seven Deadly Sins, just continues where it left off. One of my favorite comedies. It's I'm sc- yeah, so one of my favorite comedies, and it hasn't dropped off from season 1, which I'm really happy about. It's continuing to be great. Wo- So, yep, that's pretty much all I have to say about it. Just if you haven't seen it before and you want a good comedy to watch, definitely watch Psyche season 2. Tentative ranking for this would definitely be a 9. Moving on to the next show is Gintama, the final arc, which is the Soul Silver arc. And kind of like Psyche and Seven Deadly Sins, just more Gintama. This is exactly what I wanted from Gintama, much better than the arc we got last season. And yeah, it's action, it has the comedy, it has the story, the drama. It's just everything I wanted in Gintama. And I'm really hoping, or I'm really looking forward to seeing how Gintama's gonna end. I'm gonna be really sad when it does, but same time, I'm really happy because one of my favorite, it's definitely top 5 of my favorite shows. 10 Minute Breaking is definitely a 10. I love Gintama, one of my favorite shows, and this is just more great Gintama. Okay, moving on to the next show. Am I watching any of these? I'm not so TV continuing. I won't talk about One Piece, won't talk about Boruto, but I will talk about Ancient Magus Bride. Okay, this show I've been really disappointed in. I was expecting this show after I watched the OVAs, or I guess it was like the three OVA episodes back last year. I've been really hyped for the show. I love the OVAs. However, this season, or I guess this 24 episodes, I'm kind of disappointed because nothing really is happening too much. Like, I don't know what the main story plot is. I don't like the action. Everything's kind of ended anticlimactically. There's been no really great action sequences, and I don't know, I've just been disappointed with this. The magic and stuff's interesting, but they don't go in as much detail. It seems like Chise just kind of learned stuff out of the air, like, oh yeah, yeah, I'm not afraid of or it's like, oh yeah, I know how to make this magic potion now, and like, there's sequences of her training, but we don't really know her progression that well. We don't get a sense of her progression. It just seems like one episode, oh, to like a next, like she somehow progressed, and we don't really see that level of progression. I don't know, it's kind of hard for me to explain without doing more research. But yeah, some of the like I think that's his Ainz, is that what his name is? Uh, yeah, basically the bone guy. I think his name's Ainz. If I'm wrong, sorry about that. I don't think it is. I know. Let me look real fast. Ellie. I was thinking his last name Ainsworth. Yeah, but Elias. I liked his flashback stuff. I really like those like two episodes that showcase how he became a mage. But yeah, their relationship's good. I like Chise and Elias's relationship, but that's really the only thing I've enjoyed in that series besides the music and animation. But eh, right now tentative breaking with this would probably be like a solid 6. Been disappointed. I don't know. Maybe I'll do a video of this once it ends, just like going more to depth and where I can like get all my thoughts together and organize them. But yeah, just a 6 right now. I'll talk about Black Clover, okay? So for Black Clover, this is something I've the more I've watched, the more I've actually enjoyed it and it's grown on me. First, like I stopped watching it after 2 episodes because of the flashback in the second episode. They just did a whole flashback episode, and I was like, really? And I didn't really think it was gonna go anywhere. But I think around once episode 10 released, I just sort of just binge watched it all, and it's been actually kind of okay. The animation's been pretty awful at some moments. I will give it that. Asa's yelling. It's annoying, but I've kind of just like ignore it or like it doesn't bother me as much as anymore as I've watched it. Some of the characters are really good actually. I've liked the Magma is a good character. Lux actually is surprisingly deep, and the girl Noelle, she's pretty cool too. Asa and I kind of want to see more of their growth, even though I think they're progressing too quickly in strength, but they haven't really fought anybody super strong. But I don't know, it seems like they're getting noticed much, especially by the Wizard King. All of a sudden, oh yep, I noticed you. Go on this really important mission, both of you. But it's a solid show. It's kind of like I guess my guilty pleasure so far. Like it's not a great show or a good show by any means, but it's just something I've enjoyed. I'd probably give Black Clover actually a 10 of ranking of a light 7, actually. 3 Gots to No Lion second season. All I'm gonna say is this is the best drama I've ever watched, and if you haven't seen 3 Gots to No Lion, I can't stress strongly enough, go watch it. This is literally one of my favorite shows. Characters are great. The story and drama is amazing. Animation done by Shaft, just great. fits the story so well. And I would just highly recommend giving the show a shot. Tentative ranking, definitely a 10 out of 10. I absolutely love this show. And I do plan to do a whole video once the second season's finished of this. But yeah, just right now, go watch it. Moving on to Otsumatsu-san Season 2. Another show I'm pretty disappointed in. I love the first season, it was great, but this second season's been kind of dropping the ball lately. The comedy just seems to be more hit or miss than the first season. It seems like for these, they're doing like even shorter skits instead of some of the episodes in the first season did, I guess, they're more of like half episodes. Well, this one, a lot of them are like maybe a minute or two. Or, no, I guess not a minute or two, but maybe like 5 minutes. And they've just been missing a lot. They've been also focusing a lot on the other characters, which, I don't know, I think they should focus more on the six triplets and have more episodes of them interacting with each other. There has been some good episodes, such as the very first episode, and there has been some pretty poor episodes too, but overall, disappointed. I still watch it though because there are some really good episodes and funny moments. But Tentative Ranking would probably be just a solid 6 so far. It's still okay. Still enjoyed it. And the last show I want to talk about is the today's menu for Amiya's family. I couldn't find it on the seasonal list, even though it's airing this season, so it was gonna be like a weird cut. But yeah. Anyways, this is just a cute Fate spin-off show that shows them eating food, Emiya cooking food, and yeah, it's just kind of a lighthearted Fate spin-off. It's not amazing, but it's a solid show. I liked it so far. If you're a fan of the Fate franchise and want something lighthearted to watch every week for 12 minutes, definitely would recommend. Right now, I would probably give a 10 rating of probably 7 out of 10. Really like this show so far. And that's about it for stuff I've watched. I'm gonna guess talk briefly about shows that I want to watch or I plan to watch later on that I just haven't gotten the time to walk around to watching so far. I plan on watching Kakurai Juice. Gosh, what's the English name? Okay, yeah, this show. I don't know how to pronounce it. Karakai Jozo no Takagagi-san. I'm gonna call it Takagagi-san. So I plan to watch Takagagi-san eventually. If you know the YouTuber Best Guy Ever, he praised this the manga for the show actually, and it seems like something I would enjoy. I've had a friend tell me it's been solid so far, so I plan to watch that eventually. Fate Extra Last Encore, a Fate show done by Shaft. I know I talked about this briefly on on my video what I said I was planning to watch, so I do plan to watch this. Haven't gotten around to watching it yet, but maybe today, later on today, I'll probably watch the first episode of this. I like the Fate franchise. It's not my favorite franchise, but it's a franchise I do enjoy. So, and it's done by Shaft, so definitely gonna watch it. I plan to watch Cardcaptor Sakura when I catch up to the original, or when I finish the original, I guess. It's been good. I like the original show so far, so I've heard this one's really good too. So, looking forward to this once I finish the original Cardcaptor Sakura. Oh, this one, the Antarctica show, is like from a new world or something? A place further in the universe, yep. I plan on watching this. I've heard this is actually like kind of a surprise show that's airing this season. Nobody really talked or hyped it up, but it's actually been really good. So yeah, I definitely plan to watch this. I'll probably do what I did to Hoseki no Kunai is once it's finished airing, I'll probably just marathon the whole thing. In between the winter and spring seasons, I'll probably just marathon all of it. And I think that's all I plan to be watching for the season. So yeah, at first I wasn't planning to watch too many things from the season, but the season's been pretty surprising. There's been a lot of solid shows airing this season, and I'm looking forward to continue watching these. There hasn't been a show I absolutely hated this season. There's been shows I've been disappointed in, but nothing I've really hated. So yeah, that's pretty much about it. Let me know what you think of these type of video formats, just more of a casual, unscripted format where I just talk about what I think at the moment of certain things. Um, yeah, I thank you for watching. Leave a like if you did enjoy it, and yeah, thanks for watching.